guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another one of my videos today. So today I wanted to touch upon how to remove blocks and resistance, because this is the number one thing that can stop us from manifesting. And when we clear the path, when we clear that resistance and blocks, we clear the way to abundance. So I wanted to give you a quick video on some great things that you can start off with today to help to identify and remove blocks and resistance, and also some exciting stuff as well. So a lot of the time when people go along their law of attraction journey, they'll set their intentions, they'll be like, yes, this is gonna happen, and feel really positive, and be like, yes, feel that momentum, feel that goodness, let's go. And then what can happen along the way is they may start to identify limiting beliefs and fears, they may feel some resistance, some blocks, some like, ooh, what is this? You may be like, where has this come from? I was feeling fine and now I'm not feeling fine. And this is that inner work, that shadow work. So I did a video a couple of weeks ago about that, so have a look at it, just as kind of get the gist around inner work and shadow work as well. But blocks and resistance can sometimes be us standing in our own goddamn way. And it's really important to identify whether it is those limiting beliefs and fears, whether it's that belief, like rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. How safe does it feel to receive that manifestation? How worthy do you feel? How much do you believe the universe can serve it? Check in with your kind of scale there, first of all, to see how that side of the fence feels in terms of limiting beliefs and fears. Blocks and resistance can be when we're not listening to our intuition, when we're not listening to ourselves, when we know we should be doing something but we're not. It's like, if you're applying for a job and you knew that you had to go out and get a new outfit, but you're waiting for those applications, those interviews to come along, but you're not going and getting the outfit. Your resistance would be like, well, come on, take your inspired action, get yourself the outfit, get prepared because that interview is coming. So resistance and blocks can obviously look different to everybody, but how you can identify them is to really tune into your energy, like tune into your chakras, tune into your energy, and see where you feel resistance. When you look at your manifestation, do you feel ease? Do you feel flow? Or do you feel this rigidness? Do you feel this resistance? If you're feeling that resistance, it's meaning there is either an attachment, maybe you're resisting from detaching from the outcome, which is obviously our fourth step of letting go and surrendering. Are you resisting anything? Like, tune into yourself and get honest. Are you not doing the inspired action? Are you not letting go and surrendering? Where is the resistance? And when you can identify that energy of like this resistance, this pull of like, what is this? Then you can identify, is it a limiting belief? Is it a wound? Is it a trigger? Is this something that needs to heal? Is it the inner work? It is all going to relate into that, but you can then identify it from that space of what is making me feel this resistance. Why am I not taking a step forward? What am I not doing? What am I feeling that I need to action or take care of or work through, etc., to clear the way for abundance? So it's about looking at your side of the street and being like, what is on my side of the street? What kind of like litter or debris do I need to deal with? That's that resistance, those blocks, those limiting beliefs, those fears, whatever it is. What do I need to pick up and clean to have a clear street and have a clear path to abundance? So imagine it like that, the street analogy of looking at your side of the street. Is it clean? Is there litter? Is there debris? What can you do in your power? What do you know you need to do which you're not doing? Let me ask you that one, because that's a really good one to get started with. What is it you know you need to be doing but you're not? What is it you should be doing but you're not? What do you know you need to do which you're not right now? And when you can identify that, this is how we can identify if you're standing in your own goddamn way. If you are the one who is the block, the resistance in this manifestation process. Now, obviously the inner work is that resistance and blocks. So of course it's going to be you, but in terms of like, are you literally standing in your own way? Are you kind of oblivious to how you can shift something, how you can create that flow, how you can create that abundance in your life? So really get honest with yourself and do some journaling today, write some things down, answer those questions that I mentioned, rate in a scale of 1 to 10, obviously like whether you feel it's limiting beliefs or fears, what's holding you back, what is that resistance? If you were to tune into that resistance, what does it feel like to you? Is it that attachment? Is it fear? Is it anger or something? Like, what is that resistance? Tune into it and it will give you those clues, and you can ask your angels, your spirit team, to help you to identify that resistance as well, for sure. And I know I'm focusing on resistance and blocks here, but obviously all of what comes into that is limiting beliefs and fears as well, of course. So, you know, it's identifying if you're feeling triggered by something. If someone says something to you and you're triggered, boom, there's something to work with. There's a clue. So look at where you feel triggered. Look at where you're feeling disbelief, lack, triggeredness, because this is the clues. This is the surface clues of how then you can dig into the real wound and the real work beneath as such to do that inner work. And the best thing is that this doesn't have to take tons of time either. Like when we can identify and see these wounds or limiting beliefs or blocks, resistance, whatever, it actually can be sometimes really quickly to move through it as well. It's just having the tools, having the knowledge, identifying what these are to then be like, right, what's my action plan? What can I do to clear that resistance? What is in my power, my side of the street to work with right now to, you know, to manifest that desire, to clear the path to abundance? So keep that in mind, and you can even meditate with that as well, of looking at your kind of side of the street, what's on it, what needs to be worked with. And of course, like with everything, some things could be more deep rooted, could take a little bit more longer, could be a bit more stickier, because obviously it could be quite a deep ingrained belief or wound or trigger, etc., or fear. So again, everybody's going to be different here with their comeback rates, with their healing rates, with their everything rates. So on the process and honor where you're at each day, check in with yourself and be like, right, where's the resistance? Where do I feel it? And tune into your body as well. This is a really, really good way to do it. So what I do when I'm feeling resistance or blocks and I'm like, right, let's get to the core of this, let's get to the root, I like tune in and I'm like, okay, if this and I say to myself, this manifestation is not going to happen. And I say this to clients all the time. I'm like, your manifestation is not going to happen. Where does it hurt? So let me say it to you. Your manifestation is not going to happen. Where does it hurt? Now, I tend to go with the chakras. It could be a physical body part as well, but most time people might feel it in their heart center, their stomach, their throat. You know, look at the chakras. Where in your body did that statement hurt? Now, don't worry, your manifestation is going to happen, but this is the best way in where we can identify where that resistance or block is, and you can start from that place. So look at the chakras. Where did that just hurt? And explore that. If it was in your heart center, tune into your heart center and identify what feelings and emotions are coming up as I'm tuning into that space, as I'm tuning into that feeling of pain or uncomfortableness or anxiety. Why? What feelings are coming up for me? And this is where you're going to get that inner talk, and you're going to get those clues of the digging that needs to be done and the work that you can do. So as I go on to this, nicely ties into something that I'm about to launch, which I'm really, really excited about. So I deal with clients all the time of blocks, limiting beliefs, resistance, fears, and it brings me great joy not to see people with these, of course, but to help people move through them and to manifest their dream lives and have abundance in their life. And obviously this is what I've had to work with myself over, the last 4 years, and I'm sure moving forward in my life as well, the work never stops. But one tool and practice that has really, really helped me is inner child work. And I've done a video on this a few weeks ago. So again, if you want to learn more about this, go and check that out to give you some great tips on where to start with inner child work. But our ego, our inner critic, all the kind of negative self-talk comes from our inner child, and our inner child unlocks so much in our life. When we can heal the inner child, and you can work with the inner child to remove limiting beliefs and fears, blocks, resistance really, really easily, because we get to the core of the issue. And once you can move through that space and heal that with your inner child, you create more fun in your life, you bring more creativity into your life, joy, and as we know, joy and fun are the ultimate creators with manifestation. So for me, from doing inner child work over the last 3 years has just been life-changing. And I'm not saying that to sound cheesy or corny. I literally owe my inner work to inner child work, and this is why I loved it so much and I'm so passionate about it, that I went and actually qualified in inner child work as well, to be able to bring it into my one-to-one sessions and to help clients as well. So why I'm babbling on about all of this is, one, to say yes, if you do feel resistance, blocks, limiting beliefs, look into inner child work. Of course, like I said, I've got that video and I've done some podcasts as well on it. But also excitingly, I did a 6-week program a couple of months ago for authors to help them to write and birth their book and to get it published. And I was like, I really love this format of doing like 6-week programs and working with a group of people as well, not just in one-to-one sessions. So what came to me really strongly from the universe was to bring inner child work to the forefront and to do a 6-week program called Inner Child Joy to help you to manifest your dream life, to understand how you can manifest with the inner child, and also how to meet your inner child and heal with your inner child. So working through those stubborn limiting beliefs and blocks, working through those fears, working through that resistance, and really getting to the core of it. And if you're someone who's done EFT tapping, you meditate, you're doing all the work in the land, and you're like, Emma, I'm doing the work and this block, this limiting belief, this resistance is still there, inner child work is the answer. I was exactly like that. I did meditation, past lives, chakras, you name it, I did it. And I was like, why do I still feel this? And of course, sometimes we need that cognitive help as well. And the brilliant thing about inner child work is something I really bring into my inner child work, you know, help that I do with my clients and in this course as well, is the practical, the spiritual, and the cognitive side of things. So we cover all three because we need all three to truly heal, because we are human. We have a mind that gets conditioned, that has patterns. So we need to do the cognitive side of things as well as the spiritual side of things. So I like to think inner child work is very spiritual anyway, but I love to make it practical for you for everyday life, and also make it cognitive as well, to fully release these and to be able to step forward and clear the way to abundance and feel good. So I'm starting the first intake of this course in October, so enrollment is open now. All the information is down below and on my website under events. So have a read, have a look of my previous inner child video as well to learn a bit more if you're not sure what the inner child is or how this can kind of help with limiting beliefs and fears. But essentially our inner child absorbs everything. You think about it, when we're a child, we are learning our parents' conditioning, society's conditioning. We are a sponge, we're absorbing everything and saying, okay, this is my life, this is what I'm meant to learn and know. And how this plays out in adult life is then our inner child is always with us. They never leave. So that inner critic, that ego that is there, that's jabbering on and saying, you can't do this, why are you doing this? It's the scared inner child. It's the inner child who is, you know, saying, but look, this happened to us before. Why would you do this again? Look, hold on, no, don't do this, it's scary. So going with those practices that I mentioned earlier, those questions, those journaling, and the chakras as well, to identify these beliefs. And then what you can do is do inner child work to work with that. So if inner child joy sounds like something you really want to do, and you're ready to, you know, clear the way to abundance and clear fears, limiting beliefs, blocks, and resistance, then I am ready to help you, queen. And you can find all the information on the website, and I do hope to see you in there. And I'm so excited to help you meet, heal, and transform with your inner child. And the transformation part is really exciting, because once we've done that inner work, it's about then embodying it. It's about bringing that fun and joy into your adult life. It's about manifesting with that fun and joy, and how we can use the law of attraction from that space to be a magnet to our manifestations once we've worked through that resistance, when we've done the inner work in that second belief stage. Anyway, I'm really pumped for it. I'm really excited. So have a look. Let me know if you've got any questions at all. But yes, challenge yourself today with those tasks, with those little tools I gave you, and explore it. Explore what that resistance is and tune into it each day. What am I resisting? What are the emotions I'm feeling as I'm feeling that resistance? And really begin to explore it, because this is going to hold the secret to how you can clear the way to abundance and manifest your dream life, queen. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me for another one of my videos. I really appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. And don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below, because I reply to them all. And don't forget you can join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have a great week, whatever you're up to, and I'm sending you all lots of love.